Let me share this out because we are live. We are live, we are live, we are live. Let me turn this down. Okay. I'm sharing it in the Bay Squad chat so that the Bays can have it. We are live. Oh my goodness. I went to work today for the first time ever. So, y'all, like, in a long time. Working is so ghetto. And y'all know I work for Instacart. Really ghetto. It's really hard right now. There's a lot going on with the tariffs and whatnot, but like, we gotta stay focused. All right, let me send this out so that y'all know we are live. Because we have to discuss some stuff. Gotta talk. We are live. Okay. Let's make sure it goes in there. And this is where I be at in the Bay Squad chat. So if you feel like, oh, Brie, I'm not getting the alerts, make sure you are locked into the Bay Squad chat because you'll see everything in there in full time. 4K. But hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl, Britt, going live with the Retalk and Bay Squad. We have got to talk. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Okay, we're gonna be talking about Roland Martin being exposed, Sidney Starr being charged, K. Michelle drags Shaboozey, and we got to talk about the conservatives. We got to talk about the conservatives because some of y'all faves, Alex Cooper, Nara, Cooking with Nara, whatever she got going on, Nara Smith, I think that's her last name. I'm not for sure. I never really got into the Call Me Daddy podcast like that. She had some people over there, but I can see the conservative ways. I can see it. So we got to talk about that. And as y'all know, we are in New York. So that was the big thing. A lot of people did not know. They did not know I was moving. And I was keeping that under wraps because, you know, you got to keep your plans a secret. So I'm officially in New York. So, yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you, 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 AT2. I love it. 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 Yes, come to New York. Let's see who's up in here. Did I tell y'all how y'all can like the videos by double tapping the screen or hitting those three dots right there? Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can engage with this video, hype this video, send a gift like AT2 did, or send a donation is by hitting those three dots. And remember, opinions are not facts. Is this your first time living in New York? Yes, it is. It is my first time living in New York. It is, but I like it so far. I'm in upstate New York. I'm not in the city, but that's fine. Hey, Bree, what's going on? Hey, La, what's going on? Hey, Barry, what's going on? Listen, Bay Squad, share, 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 like. I do want to put this out there for Texas voters. Texas voters, Ken Paxton will be in San Antonio this weekend. I think it's this Saturday. I will share the link if y'all would like to go so y'all can see what his plan is for Texas residents. Okay, I'm not in Texas, but I get the alerts. Texas residents, I will be sharing it in the Bay Squad chat. So if you're not in the Bay Squad chat, then where are you at? This is your time to have your thoughts written down so you can register and hear what they're talking about. I don't believe in isolating yourself from the Republican Party. You need to see what they're talking about, what they're aligning with, and you need to see what you could do to get ahead. Because if you are a Louisiana voter, y'all just saw Jeff Landry is pushing for toxic waste to be dumped at the Gulf down in Louisiana's Gulf of Mexico. This is a horrible idea because what do we do with that? We fish down there. We fish down there. We fish down there. So I think it's time to get actively involved. Make sure y'all follow AT2. AT2 just released that video of them dragging Too Raw, Too Real. And I knew he was going to get dragged. I knew he was going to get dragged. And honestly, it's unfortunate. But when you choose a side, you got to stick it. You got to stick to the side. When you choose a side, you got to stick to the side, baby. You got to stick to the side. And you got to love it over there. You got to love it over there. So, I'm not shocked. I'm never shocked. I told y'all, I'm rarely shocked at who's choosing who. I'm rarely shocked at these platforms that blow up overnight. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But that being said, let me see if I have my stuff queued up. Because, baby, we have to talk. And, of course, I want to say thank you to everybody who is following me over on the Tickety Talk. Y'all know I barely know how to use it. But my videos have been going rather viral. I have enough viewers to go live. I guess enough views. I just don't have the subscribers. So if y'all will subscribe to me on the TikTok, you know, and cheer me out. There have been a lot of the isms in my comments lately because I've been covering the Nolan Wells, but I don't care nothing about that. I wanted to give y'all an update to the Lindsay Clancy trial because when I tell y'all these conservatives are unhinged and crazy, this is what I'm talking about. Now, remember, I told y'all he should have been charged too. Not only did we find out at the last live that he got remarried, he has a child with a new wife. So let's get into it.
With the kids for 2 days. Is that right?
So, y'all ready?
She was home with the kids for 2 days. Is that right?
Right.
Fair to say that you also had your friends that you would do brunch with on occasion, Sundays or weeknights or whatever, go guys night type thing?
Yeah.
And you'd be out with your few.
If you didn't hear it, I'm going to play it for you one more time.
Was home with the kids for 2 days. Is that right?
Right.
Fair to say that you also had your friends that you would do brunch with on occasion, Sundays or weeknights or whatever, go guys night type thing?
Yeah.
And you'd be out with your was home with the kids for 2 days.
So,
Is that right?
so the husband knew, like I told y'all, that she was struggling. The husband knew she was struggling and still left her alone with those kids. He knew she was not mentally sound. And the reason so many people are advocating for her, because how does this woman of prestige, of a certain class, do this to not only herself, her children, and has access to the things? I keep telling y'all, which is rolling us into our trad wife lifestyle. It's unraveling. The girls bought into a system that was only geared to helping the men. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where it's at? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. 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 Thank you, 3M. Thank you so much. I love the gifts. And shout out to Hassan. Shout out to you. He has sent out a membership. Shout out to Barry. Barry got the membership. Hey! Okay. Yes. And thank you, Candy, for the gifts. Y'all are spoiling me. Thank you. It's the first of the month. Wake up, get up. I love it. I love it. Oh, and this is the primer everybody was asking me about. This is the primer. Ruby Kiss, Matte and Blur. I put this on. My makeup stayed the whole day. Y'all saw me. Y'all saw that Candy video. It was set in stone. We was in there. We was in there. So let's get into Call Me Daddy Podcaster, right? Y'all know Love Island has taken over our TV screens. It has taken over the trajectory. It has become a parasocial multimedia thing. Now that Alex Cooper is pregnant, she's trying to act as if her being called a mean girl, having a toxic environment, saying she's very male identified is not true. But we saw the Kenzie interview. Literally after Kenzie went on the pod, because I wanted to see what was happening, Kenzie goes on the pod, she's yapping, she's acting like she's a girl's girl. Then in the next interview, I forget who she sat down with, she was like, do people do that? Do people do that? I definitely believe her and her husband, who she made, who she's now having a child with, are very much toxic, very conservative, pretending to be for women's rights and things like that. That is always going to get the girls bought in, and then they dump these conservative ideologies and talking points upon us. You know how I know? Because she doesn't have anybody outside of the mold, and I'll let y'all decide what the mold is, on her podcast, and she was named one of the highest podcasters, and she's out here talking about, oh, I'm doing it for the girls. If we really look at it, the only person who's truly a feminist in that space is Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler, okay? She walks it and talks it. I'm not blocking 82. I'm not. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, DC Purple Diva. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Make sure y'all support DC Purple Diva. Support all the content creators. So that's that. But let's get into the Nara Smith that went viral. Nara Smith said she's not a trad wife. And why is this important? She labels herself model, influencer, right? She said, I'm not a trad wife. But baby, we got to get into it. It says, somewhere between hand rolling pasta, pressing her own ketchup, and slipping into designer ostrich feather dresses to prepare an elaborate meal entirely from scratch while speaking in a soft monotone voice about whatever her husband, Lucky Blue Smith, and kids have been up to lately, Nara has become one of the most polarizing figures in the internet. Now, I will say this. Do she be riling up the girls, cooking up the hate from scratch? Yes, she do. But for her to pretend like she doesn't understand, we're going to get into that. It says, discourse fresher than the raw milk the 24-year-old digital content creator and model swears by has erupted after she appeared on her Call Her Daddy podcast, where she opened up about having her daughter's cancer diagnosis and firmly rejected the trad wife label many have prescribed to her. Now, do I think she's a trad wife? Absolutely. Absolutely. When she first came on the scene, she was out here quoting Mormon scripture and talking about having kids. She's 24 with 4 kids. She's 24 with 4 kids. Y'all think because she's wearing Schiaparelli and getting gigs, she's not a trad wife. She literally slipped up and said it one day. And then came back and affirmed and said, well, Lucky washes the dishes. Girl, you're only getting these deals because you push Christian conservative values. Are you anti-trad wife because they kicked out the Mormon church from the Christian faith? Is that what we're saying? We got to understand here. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you. 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 3 men. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, Mormon. So she went on the Call Her Daddy pod. Let me see if I can find it. Right? The wife and mother of four then Googled the terms definition, which she read out loud. A woman who embraces or promotes a traditional model of marriage and family life where she typically prioritizes being a homemaker and a primary caregiver for her kids. Is that not what she do? Yes. All right. Takes primary responsibility for cooking, cleaning, and managing the household, supports her husband's role as the primary breadwinner, often values traditional gender roles within the marriage. I'm none of that, she declared before offering to go through the definition point by point. She pushed back against the assumption that she and her husband, who she'd been married to since 18, very trad wife-like, right? Don't both contribute financially, explained that they split childcare responsibilities 50-50, that he in fact does all the cleaning, and emphasized that she is very much a working mom. Since the interview of the clip, Smith rejected the trap wife label, started making the rounds online, and the internet has been set ablaze. She's right about one thing. There's absolutely a bigger conversation happening. The debate, however, is less about the full range of modern womanhood and really about the complexities and consequences of wrapping yourself in an aesthetic steeped in a long history of traditional gender roles that challenge the freedom of other women, then insisting that it's never what you're trying to communicate. Baby, she used to tag her videos and say tread wife. Her drinking the raw milk. And honestly and truly, I don't care how the girls get their money. I love a good grift. You know, if you do it right, I'm not going to complain, right? Because you're not hurting anybody but yourself and the girls who believe it. Because I can see things for what it is. I don't need an outward, detailed thesis or an in-depth analysis of what you're trying to do with your brand, right? But I understand she tailored everything to the conservative movement. She made sure she was aesthetically pleasing. She made sure she posted those Mormon scriptures and talked about her children and her love for her husband while she was cooking shit from scratch, right? And then was tagging trad wife, trad wife, trad wife. And now that it's not consumable anymore because Lindsay Clancy's of the world are coming out vocalizing that they can't do it and it's hard and the handmaid's tale is upon us, they don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to do it anymore. And that's okay because that goes along with Ballerina Farm Girl too. They didn't grift it as much as they can grift, and now they're trying to transition out into this new girl boss theme aesthetic. And they're trying to find it. And that's why everybody's being exposed, including Alex Cooper. And I don't have a problem with Vanity Fair writing that hit piece because I think they were very spot on with who she is as a woman and a boss. They're kind of doing social media as her job. Well, it is her job, but now it's not bringing in the money it used to because nobody cares about the trad wives now that women are taking out their children. They're taking out their children, and the men are taking out the wives and the kids and themselves. So, yeah, you know, and this is why they don't want us to have social media now. Let's get into K. Michelle, baby. And you better believe. Let's get into K. Michelle. So, where is it? It's right here. I can't show y'all the clip, but I'm going to play the soundbite from the Breakfast Club of K. Michelle calling out Shaboozey.
I watched black country singers won't work with and treat their own more fucked up than white country artists trying to understand our culture and all of that.
So you reached out to black country singers to collab and they
I have it's only about 15 of us in the city that's really there.
Yeah.
He can get mad at me and say whatever, but Shaboozey. So when all of that happened and all of that, Shaboozey, this and that, I got it. You know, the Nigerian singing country. I get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, what's going on? So I did. I looked at my DM and I saw, and he was like, you know, you the gold, this and that. And I'm cooking some turkey chops or pork chops. He like, you know, he cooked me some or whatever. Damn, that's give you a number. My A&R is calling saying you're looking for me, but when I text you, and you know I'm not a feature girl. When I text you about a feature, you don't answer back. Bitch, I don't need no feature from you because once they find out you don't like black women, it's over for you anyway. Well, I probably supposed to say that. You can cut that. Well, but I just think that's just weird.
And y'all see he's been pushing Sierra from Summer House as his like love interest on all the things because she's the hot new it girl. But let her continue.
And we do each other so bad. We do each other so bad.
I think it would be different too if he gave you a reason. Like if Shaboozey said, "Yo, I don't want to do the record right now because of."
Yeah, but don't be texting me, calling me to go about pork chops and shit like that when you need to show urban. You know, show that you're urban. Yeah. And then I didn't ask for your phone number. I didn't reach out to you. I don't ask anybody for anything. Like, don't do that. I got Dolly Parton sending me records, so I don't reach out. You know what to me on.
I'm saying Sierra as in she is the new trend, the hot thing. She's everywhere. She's explosive since the Summer House, since the Amanda and West thing. A lot of people didn't even watch Summer House until this whole debacle went down. You know, as somebody who actively watches Bravo, who actively understands reality TV, I am a former reality TV reviewer. I can tell you not everybody knew who Sierra was. Not everybody knew who Sierra was. And that's including black people. So stop it.
That, and then I say something to you. I don't ever want to be the bitter artist about a record because I don't ask for a feature. I don't ask anybody. Yeah. But you do all of that in the midst of you needing to be urban. And you're texting me about a lot of things, and I talk to you about a record, and then you just go complete. No, I don't care that you have a hit record. I know the longevity in business, and I know you can't sing, and I know that's not what I'm supposed to say today.
What? What's going on?
Okay. What's going on? I know I was not supposed to just do that. You know how you know you fucked up? That's the minute you do, you should just not go on there. I watched Black Country.
Listen, I'm not going back and forth with nobody who's not a regular in this chat about something because I understand the trends. You came in here, you want to argue. And it says, now I see why he may have ghosted her. If someone says no or doesn't want to collaborate, that's their choice. And if someone has a dating preference, that's their personal choice. She literally just said, we do each other so bad and proceeded to do him bad. He did do the feature because K. Michelle has a history of being problematic, and his team probably told him not to do it. Listen, I don't care if Shaboozey didn't do it. The fact that she brought it up at the Breakfast Club and then said he doesn't like black women is so crazy to me. That is insane. Now, do I think he likes black women? I don't. I just don't. And that's no judgment to him. That's just from everything we've seen with him speaking out and then talking about who built the country and things of that such. It's given he likes a little taste of the rainbow, and that's fine, right? He likes all walks of women. But Kay, you just released a country album. I do like Jesus and Whiskey. I like that song. You can really sing. She can sing the house down. You have a yodeling degree. Like, when I think of country, I think of you. I just know you fighting with country's biggest act, which is Shaboozey, even though and I gotta time you out because please don't cuss in the chat. Talking about some bitch, please. Absolutely not. You are here to sell records. Your gift is to sing. I really need K. Michelle to start focusing on singing and save a little bit of the drama for her tell-all book. Her tell-all book. Her memoir. Her autobiography. Because y'all think the music industry is tough. The country music realm is tougher. As long as she could sing and talked about how the Judds were one of her favorite groups and all that, it took for Jelly Roll to put her on the stage. Let's be very clear. For them to accept her in. It took for Jelly Roll. And K. Michelle has a yodeling degree. It means she has studied the country and Western. So it's crazy. But are y'all surprised she's fighting with Shaboozey? Are y'all shocked? All right. Let's also get into this next thing. We are doing so good, babes. Have y'all listened to the album from K. Michelle, though? Have y'all listened? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all have heard it. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard it. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. Nigerian singing country was the dig. Oh, okay. You know I know. You know I know. A 2. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yikes on a bike. Oh, y'all haven't heard it? And see, this is why I'm going to continue to say I really wish K. Michelle would just focus on the music. That's it. Focus on the music. Did Tasha K take it down? I think she did. With Roland Martin? I don't think she took it down. Ain't no way. No, she didn't. Okay. So let's get into Roland Martin, y'all. Political commentator exposed. All the publicity she's been getting lately, and I didn't know it came out. Ooh, child. It's absolutely insane that I just received stills from a video alleging showing Roland Martin inside a woman's home, not his wife's, laid out on her bed, appearing to be pegged. The fact that cameras are set up in the room. The fact that he allegedly sent her pictures of himself in a G-string. This is only the beginning. I wish I could unsee this. Yeah, we reached out to his team and are awaiting a response, right? And she was like, everything's allegedly, including my name. Then she went on to say, update, Roland Martin team has confirmed to my team that the stills I've received of him appearing naked in a woman's home, that's not his wife, and are 100% authentic. He says he is being extorted. He also proposed that he would be suing if we or any blog disseminates these hilarious images of him appearing to be in leopard print thong. I'll be breaking down everything, right? And I was just like, oh my God, right? And then let me see, is it this? And then here's what Tasha K had to say. You can't look at cheetah print the same, baby. Let's get into what Tasha K had to say.
Welcome to the...
Hey, listen, man. I feel so honored. Yo, listen, all the women in my life watch Tasha K. So right now, I'm finally famous. You feel me? I'm finally famous, man. Shout out to all the women in my life, man.
You ruined my Saturday. When I received the photos, and I want us to describe them,
Yeah.
okay?
I was disappointed because Roland, because again, I'm African, right? There are people online who hate it. Roland has been one of the biggest advocates for Africans in this country. So when I seen this, I was like, come on, Roland, bro. Because Roland presented himself as like Martin Luther King, as like this Baptist preacher-esque. Now, he never say it, right? He presents himself as like a Baptist preacher. So I was shocked when I seen those pictures. But now, I'll be real, as a man, I did not know that penis got that small.
Listen, now, I wanted to tell people this is obviously a medical condition.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a medical condition.
And make sure y'all go tune into Tasha K, because it was over there.
Once y'all start leaving them kids in the house.
I want y'all to understand, as much that Roland Martin talks and trashes on the other side, black men, the giving it to the liberals, the conservatives, MAGA, you cannot be out here doing things like that as a creator with a huge platform. Even though my numbers as subscribers is not up there, my views are up there. So I carry myself in a way where if I do something, I'm not bringing embarrassment onto my platform. Roland Martin affirms himself as a businessman, a leader, a husband, a father, a good Christian man of good morals and standing. But yet you're over here being pegged with your micro penis at some strange woman's house. But you want to talk about Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and Jared Kushner and the rest of the yahoos. And you didn't think this was going to break the internet in the political space? And this is why I say you have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. Who I am in front of this camera is who I am outside of the camera. I just be a little bit more turned up, right? So I don't get it. I don't understand. And this is why I say that people are not making the money they used to. They can't be making the money they used to. Because if they were, we would have never seen it. 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 When you're engaging in questionable behavior, because I'm going to be very honest, pegging is a very questionable type of thing. I don't know too many men who are out here doing the bending or being bent that are heterosexual. So you're doing something that is a fetish with someone who's not your wife, you're a fool. And this goes back into the Andrew Gillum thing. Y'all want to present this way, have all these morals and standards, yet you're out here doing things like this. You look crazy. You look crazy. And I think he should just get in front of it and be honest and say he's an adulterer and say he likes things sexually, but this has nothing to do with his political views. Because if you start to lie, you start looking like Andrew Gillum. That's why I don't take him serious. I don't take the Native Pod serious. I look at Charlemagne the God with the side eye, because you're over here with this fool who can't keep it in his pants, chasing white men, doing all types of illustrious acts. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. 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 Thank you so much. Gillum. Thank you, 3 man. Gillum was messy. He was. Low key. He's for the people. I believe he is for the people, but right now he has His team looking crazy. He has his wife looking crazy. He has people who support him looking crazy. When Angela Rye came out here and was defending Andrew Gillum, I said, and this is why people don't take you serious. You look stupid. You don't see Roland Martin's wife coming out here saying anything. And she shouldn't. Except for she's embarrassed. And that's an honest thing, because now I'm looking at you like, you doing the big thing? You being pegged? What is going on? What is going on? I can't look at the cheetah print the same. Child, I never prayed so hard not to see something in my life. Ooh, hey, Blissfully Mimi. That was a mess. These men love messing up their bag. The lack of self-discipline is astounding. What he do, that's his side activities when he's not pushing social injustices. No. See, y'all are not content creators, so y'all don't understand the intensity online. Hold on one second. I gotta turn my air up. I turned it down and it got hot out here. Hold on. Lord. Sorry. Y'all see that stuff on my bed? It's all my beauty hygiene. All of my beautiful things to make me beautiful and gorgeous. Okay. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you, 3-man. I love it. It says they tried to write Gilliam off as bi and not full-blown a addict. Hello. That's what I said. I was like, baby, he's doing crystal. He's doing crystal. He's doing the Tina. He's doing the Tina. I'm like, I'm just like, Andrew, please. Baby, you partying like a rock star, beloved. It says Roland freaky as hell, but remember AOC. Ooh, been lying in our face. Ooh, yikes. I thought drug addiction will destroy someone's life. It is destroying his life. but he's a closeted man talking about he's bi when he's full on into the men's. And he's doing the party favors. Baby, I saw them pictures of Andrew Gillum. It was disgusting. And he was with a well-known escort, too. That's what made it even worse. Roland knew he had a target on his back. To be this reckless was a choice. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you. Listen, I just feel like this. Roland Martin is a fool. As much as he do, and he's a part of the elite blacks. He's Black Boule. Like, he's in a fraternity. He's in those spaces. And to think like he's moving like a degenerate rapper, you are a fool. And this is why I say, you have to be comfortable in who you are, because people can't wait to expose people. That's one thing I've learned being in this business. When the Wiley situation went down, people could not wait to drag me to the pits of hell. And said, see, I knew it was only a matter of time. They was ready. They was amped up. That's why I just said, you gotta let the noise just drown out. And it was so loud. Like, I can only imagine what it feels like for him, because to me, seeing my picture everywhere, circulating, people making up things, I was like, you don't have to lie. You can just tell the truth. It was crazy. So I can only imagine it's circulating. People are talking. People are whispering. There's people calling his phone, especially that Tasha K had the exclusive. Political Flacco is the one who had it. And then Tasha K got it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Ooh, Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you. 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 Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I'm loving it. Shout out to the bays. Shout out to the international and the domestic bays. That is true. People can't wait to expose people. They really can't. They really can't. And speaking of exposing people, now that we're on this political thing, let's get into this Nicki Minaj clip, because I told y'all, I said, you know, Nicki chose her side and it's not going to work for her. She will be egg on her face. And she's been having egg on her face for the longest. Look at sister.
But Cardi B endorsed Kamala Harris on stage at a rally, and she could barely read her speech, and her teleprompter went down, and she totally forgot what she was going to say. And so she was waiting for the teleprompter to come back up, and when she realized the teleprompter wasn't coming back up, she started reading the speech from her phone, and she mispronounced like 93% of the words. But anyway, so she endorsed Kamala, and, you know, I pay attention to pop culture stuff, and obviously there's this ongoing kind of a beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I was thinking, and it was like trendy, you know, it's a TikTok, it's all over TikTok, it's all over X, and it's a fun thing to play off of. And I just had the idea one day, I was like, I wonder if Nicki Minaj likes Donald Trump. So I scrambled to try to get her phone number, and I called my friend, it was actually Amber Rose. I said, Amber, like, you know, you saw Cardi just endorse Kamala, like, I want to talk to Nicki, can you get me in touch? And Amber got me Nicki's phone number, and I cold called Nicki, and I said, hey, this is Alex Bruce with President Trump's team, you know, was wondering if you'd be open to having a conversation with the president. And she said, yes. So later that night, the president was flying to a speech. I was still at the campaign office in Florida, and I called the president. I said, Mr. President, I have Nicki Minaj on the other line. He goes, okay, connect the call, Alex. Connected the call. Call dropped. I'm like, shit. And then, so I call him back. His voice gets a little bit more annoyed with me. Hello. And I was like, okay, sorry, the call dropped. Connected him again. And call failed again. I'm like, you got it. Call him back a third time. Dropped again. And I ended up just texting the president Nicki Minaj's number, and he called her, and they spoke for 25 minutes. I have no idea what they talked about. He called me back afterwards. He said he had a very good conversation with her, and he's going to call me after the rally. But what I wanted to do, I wanted the president to do a TikTok where he reacts to Cardi endorsing Kamala, to show you a little bit of Trump's, like, who Trump is actually as a person. I told him, I said, sir, this is going to go so viral. It's going to be the number one. What I want you to say, sir, I want you to say, Cardi, or I was like, who's Cardi B? I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. That's what I wanted him to say in the TikTok. And the president said to me, he goes, Alex, I like Nicki, but that's mean. I don't know Cardi. Because I don't know Cardi. And he didn't want to do the TikTok because he didn't want to hurt Cardi B's feelings.
Imagine. I don't be wrong, I just be early. I don't be wrong, I just be early. When I told y'all she was a pawn, and y'all got mad, and y'all was foaming at the mouth writing these thesis statements and these dissertations, talking about how I don't know what I'm talking about. And I said I was in DC long enough, connected long enough to know what it is. And y'all was still mad. And the whole time, that man wasn't even checking for Nicki. When I said she was obsessed with Cardi B, and it was a hard realization for myself, as somebody who was a big time fan, y'all got mad. Y'all got mad. Check the receipts. Check the receipts. I never lie. I'm just early. I never lie. I'm just early. Y'all gonna start giving me my things. Y'all gonna start giving me my things. Y'all gonna start giving me my things. I know a palm when I see one. That is so crazy. Not everybody has the gift. Not everybody has the gift. It is what it is. You have to nurture your gifts so that you're good at your gifts. Nikki's gift is music. She's not nurturing it. But I digress. It says Elon tipped her 45 cents on Twitter. What? They stay embarrassing her on that. Oh. Cardi needs to make a call about him. He targeted her over and over. Alex is obsessed. He's obsessed. Whoever sent it to Tasha K knew what they were doing, child. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Say Hudson. Now, let's get into the main attraction. Sidney Starr. Sidney Starr. Did you hear? Yes, I did. I'm gonna do a TikTok about it because, child, I told y'all I told y'all I'm just early. I'm early. I'm always early. Ooh, AT2, did you see this? Did you see this? Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. 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 Thank you, 3-man. So let me get into Sidney Starr. Baby, we got that article pulled. Sidney Starr, the trans woman. Okay? Whew, Jesus. It says Love and Hip Hop star charged with SA involving a minor arrested in Metro Atlanta. Sidney Starr was arrested at the Embassy Suites along International Boulevard on Sunday. Atlanta, the Hapeville Police Department said its officers have arrested and charged one of the stars from the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop. The department confirmed that Sidney Favors, who is better known as Sidney Starr, was arrested at the Embassy Suites along International Boulevard on Sunday. The department said Favors has been charged with multiple felony offenses related to an alleged SA involving a juvenile. Because the case involves a juvenile, no additional information will be released from our agency, the Hapeville Police Department said in its news release. According to Fulton County jail records, Favors remains being held there. According to Favors' social media accounts, the Chicago native was visiting Georgia over the weekend. She was to host a reunion at the Encore Film Studios on Sunday night for the show Industry Girl, which is a TV series that is streaming on Ray J's Tron network. The Sun reported, according to the show description, the series follows 25 women, including artists, stylists, and creators, as they compete through an intense drama and business challenges, right? But that's not what I want y'all to hear, baby, because we're going to get into it. Let's get into these charges. Sidney Starr, who is 37, confessed to performing oral sex on a minor. Confessed. I saw some of the T-girls, the dolls, trying to come up with ways to put this on. Oh, it's transphobia. It's not transphobia. This bitch is a predator. Say it with me now. Predator. P-E-R-D-A-T-O-R. Predator. Okay? A predator. According to the booking report obtained by TMZ, the reality star was taken into custody August 2nd and charged with sexual battery against a child under 16. The video I saw, the lady was saying the boy was 13. I saw what Tasha K said. Tasha K said 14. The woman in the video who was recording Sidney Starr was saying 13. Aggravated child molestation and sodomy. I don't think y'all understand those charges. That means the child. The alleged molestation took place at the Embassy Suites in Hapeville, Georgia. As a result, the investigation of the reality television celebrity was arrested and charged with multiple felony offenses related to assault involving a juvenile. Starr, a transgender model who has also appeared on shows like Empire and Wild 'N Out, was transported to Fulton County Jail, where she remains behind bars. Now, this is what they're saying. Before I get that, she's not a woman. Listen, this is how they wrote the article. Don't get mad at me. The internet personality caused a stir early in her career for alleging intimate relationships with Chingy. It was later revealed that Starr fabricated the whole story. When that happened, I lost a lot of stuff based off a lie, which was just, that was the most oddest thing I've ever seen. Chingy 46 told TMZ in April 2024. Nah, man, when the individual apologized and it so-called went away, which it took years to blow away, nah, man, ain't nothing good happened from that for me. That's just how they wrote the article. Kayla, you got to do better, baby. I read it how she wrote it. So, yeah. I believe the charges. I don't believe this was a targeted attack because Sidney Starr is in sex work. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Sidney Starr is in sex work. Hey, Denitra. Hey, boo. Hey, Sonia. I know you smell like Cardi B. I smell amazing. Thank you. I'm sick of these parents. Where are they? I believe this is a runaway. If we're going to be honest, and this is why I said we need to have us an honest conversation about Atlanta. Can we really talk about Atlanta? This is not the first time boys have been used in sex work. This goes back to them boys coming up missing in Atlanta and all the things. Atlanta has a very predatory ways on the youth. I'm telling y'all, this is a runaway. That's why they said juvenile, which means he was either kidnapped or ran away from home. And I'm sure he looks like a child. And Sidney, being who Sidney is, wanted some D. And that's crazy. From a child, you're a predator, bitch. You're a predator. I don't want to hear nobody come up with excuses to why Sidney Starr did what Sidney did. Sidney is a predator. You're on the registry, ho. Like, yuck. And this is in Atlanta. You definitely were early about the Drake Kendrick beef. See, I just be early. Oh, yes. This is in Atlanta. I keep telling y'all. Amen. I don't care who calls what transphobic president. The same trans who targeted Chingy? Yes. She followed a 15-year-old and the sister inboxed her and asked her why she follows her little brother. Vivian, so that might be the girl. Did you send that to me, Vivian? Let me check my DMs. I know. Hold on. Hold up. Not the neighborhood talk reporting as I'm reporting. Shout out to Kyle. I saw Kyle out there with the people. And look at Sidney Starr. This was Sidney being taken in. Does it look like somebody who is, oh my God, I didn't know. Sidney knew good and well what was going on. Good and well. I'm telling y'all what I know. This is nasty work. Let me go to my likes. Because I have it in my likes. I liked the video and I was like, oh my God. Why are you following children? And this, I'm telling y'all right now, if you think the conservatives that Nicki Minaj and them be promoting isn't going to use this, to dog walk the trans community, this is what y'all get. Y'all should have been speaking out when it first came out. Y'all didn't say anything. Y'all waited for Tasha K to put it out there and for Flame Monroe to say something for all y'all to be saying stuff. It's amazing how the girls is blind, deaf, and dumb to the bullshit happening in their community. But it's okay. It's okay, because this puts a target on y'all back. Not me, though. I don't need to target the trans community. I actually like some of the T-girls. Where is it? 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 I can't remember where I saw it. I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh my goodness. I know where I saw it at. Let me find it. I could have sworn I saw it over here. I gotta go to what y'all saying in the chat as I'm looking for it? Is Sidney Starr a woman or a man? Born a man, transitioned to woman. I love you, Bree, but runaways don't run away for no reason. Say Hudson, that's definitely true. No, I didn't send it. Yes, please get these likes up. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. I have to go to something really fast. There we go. I'm trying to look for it, y'all. I'm trying to look for it. I thought I pinned it, but I didn't. Here we go. Let me turn the sound up.
Sidney Starr, a fucking molester. They got Sidney Starr, y'all. Sexually assaulting a fucking 13-year-old at a hotel.
And then it says,
A fucking molester. Sexually assaulting a fucking 13-year-old at a hotel.
then it says, right idea, wrong motherfucking child. We ready for whatever interviews. I don't know what that was about. Send the motherfucking blogs my way. I got a story. This bitch just went to jail for sexually a 13-year-old at a hotel, forced the child in her room, was stalking the little boy prior to that, and another one. And you know what? I can't even help but to think about what Cookie Tookie said. Cookie Tookie said a lot of, and that just plays in my mind. A child. If you admitted to doing the cucumber challenge, you did everything else. Baby, you're going to prison. And the charges, they can be split to where she'll be doing like life in prison. Pretty much life in prison. Yes, please get the likes up. Someone had to report it to the police. A runaway is no excuse. A lot of times parents just claim runaway so the truancy officers won't give them charges. Yes. 13, y'all heard what she said. My wig's not lopsided, baby. And that's okay. You don't like my wig, that's fine. We're talking about a predator. Are you a predator? We're talking about a predator, and here you come. It's giving question. Are you a part of the Rainbow Coalition? Are you a part of the elites in the Rainbow Coalition that be doing the sick stuff? Because they're preying on your community right now. They're literally about to dismantle the community, and they're going to enforce stricter laws. Like, and this is why I say instead of the girls, the boys, and the in-betweens and everything else, focusing on what women won't do, they need to focus on if they're going to go back to the lavender laws and things of that such, and putting on in mental institutions and whatever, because they're eradicating things, and they will be, and hear me very clear, they will be using this case to attack the majority. To attack the majority. I want to be very clear when I say that. Let's not act like we don't know who's in positions of power. And if you think these conservatives ain't going to use it and use the soundbite of Nicki Minaj saying, and boys just be boys, yeah. Because this is crazy. I have my thoughts about the parents, but even then, with the thoughts about the parents, why would you, as a grown woman, I think they said Sidney Starr was how old again? How old did I say Sidney Starr was? Too big and grown. Sidney Starr. How old is Sidney Starr? 37. 37. A 13-year-old. 14. Anything teen, you shouldn't even be bothered with. And you selling it. You was just in some type of OnlyFans with homeboy from what was the Family Matters? What is his name? Mr. I Do That? What was the name of the show? Was it Family Matters? The Steve Urkel show. That's a lie, because Sidney been grown. Sidney was grown when I was little. Even worse, Eddie Winslow. Eddie Winslow, all in the, doing the, for the adult entertainment. So I think we're going to find out more stuff. How much I want to bet? How much I want to bet she was doing content? How much I want to bet content was made? How much I want to bet? Put a 3 in the chat if you think content was made. I think content was made. I think content was made because the charges, they talk about life in prison. I think content was made. Where did Sidney learn to do content at? If I was a friend or a former friend of Sidney Starr, I would be cleaning house right now. Baby, you are put on notice. I have no reason to lie to anybody. I'm telling y'all what's happening. They're not only going to start looking, they're going to start looking. And the fact that Sidney Starr is a popular trans woman, they can't wait to put being a Pedialyte at the bus stop on a black trans woman, so they can take it off of the white community. Where is Sidney's friends? We know you selling it. Let me see the Embassy Suites. Let's look up the Embassy Suites off of International Boulevard, Atlanta. Let's look up what that looks like, so I can get a real good idea what kind of stuff is good. Because I'm like, the Embassy Suites. Who stays there? Yikes. Embassy Suites. International. Atlanta. Let's look it up. See the photos. Yeah, it looks like a place where you can do some content. It looks like a place where you can do some content. That looks like a content-friendly place. And you were there for Ray J's network. Oh, Ray J. I know Ray J is over there scrambling. See? Y'all see it? They got the little video. Mm-hmm. That's in Atlanta. Baby, you are on candid camera. And pay attention to anybody making excuses for Sidney Starr. They might be into the same shit. Disgusting. They gotta check. Bigo. The girls in Atlanta love that ghetto TikTok, baby. The girls are going down. The dolls are going down. And was doing all that rah with the rah. Like, baby, you're going to prison. At least we know Sidney will be popular in prison. The male prison. Child, and you're a... Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, girl. And when I say girl, I'm just thinking in my mind. I'm not... It's no disrespect to my community of women. But... Sidney, this is stupid. This is stupid on so many parts. Like, they're going to go through your phone. They're going through them laptops. They're going through who paid you to do what. Y'all have no idea because y'all don't do what I do. I told y'all, like, working at Instacart gave me a certain set of skills. And when I saw it, I said, oh my God. And I waited because I wanted to see what the dolls were going to say. And the dolls said nothing. They were quiet for a long time. I know they saw it because they keep Tasha K. As much as they say they hate Tasha K be on their faves. Okay, she be stored in the search bar. I said, prison? And Tasha K broke the story. Tasha K was how I seen it. I said, yeah. Everybody's watching. I'm telling you what I know. They're going to be contacting everybody, including the men who was sending money. And you're going to be scrutinized because a child is involved. A child is involved. A child is involved. And there's nothing more that they want than Black people to be associated with child crimes, because then it takes the heat off of the island and the files. And then it's like, look at them. They love kids in a nasty way. And then you have these hoes like Nicki Minaj and Amber Rose come out here and push the message even more because, you know, they're groupies for the patriarchy. It's so sad. The ABC boys will find that digital footprint. They will. Praying for that baby. Lord, I hope that use protection because that baby will need testing. Wow. Sidney going to be like the cheerleaders, like the movie The Longest Yards. Oh my God. But y'all, I said I was spicing it up. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the content today. Shout out to the bays, shout out to the international and the domestic bays, the OG bays, the new bays. Listen, I have been pumping the content as I've been doing the work. Currently, I'm looking at places. It's so hard. It is so hard. I will say this. Japan just said they want out of the American stocks. They want to turn in their stocks and bonds. And the powers that be, the Israel knots, said they are no longer going to support the Iran conflict. When have they supported? They've been using our money. I'm telling y'all right now, you better learn how to grow something. the Caspian Sea, Red Sea, Strait of Hormuz, all closed to America. And on that note, Bae Squad, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.